Hello and welcome to the EmilTech Show, a platform that is dedicated to showcasing, celebrating, and championing technological brilliance from every corner of Africa through authentic storytelling. We tell African stories because we believe Africans are coding the future, and now we bring those stories to the limelight.
Artificial intelligence is no longer something we're waiting for in Africa. It's already here. Today, a business owner in Nairobi can use artificial intelligence to write a proposal. A salesperson can analyze customers, and a developer can safely build a software with artificial intelligence. A company can automate customer service without hiring another person. But there's a question we're not asking enough.
Are businesses ready for it?
Because downloading ChatGPT is easy. Building a business that can safely, securely, and efficiently use artificial intelligence is completely a different story. What happens when your AI needs your business data? What happens when your data is sitting in Excel files, WhatsApp messages, old computers, and different systems? What happens when your employees put confidential company information into an AI tool? And what happens when cyber criminals start using AI against you? Today, we're going to unpack all that with someone who works at the foundation of business technology.
We are joined by our friend, yes, and our guests. His name is Murithi Magiri. I know his name because we have been here with him before. I'm going to give him a little bit of time to introduce himself and tell us a little bit about what he does, and then we start pondering that topic with you. Be our guest.
Thank you very much, Emily, for having me. I really appreciate for getting the grace to invite us and to be invited into this awesome podcast that talks about Africa and gives us a platform to talk about our innovations, to talk about our business journey. So I really appreciate, and for your topics that are well researched, really appreciate. Once again, my name is Murithi Magiri. I'm the CEO of Magtech Solutions. At Magtech Solutions, what we do is that we basically take the engine of your business and make it our focus, while you focus on your day-to-day running of your business, what butters your bread, and then we make your business work. So we stay at the back end, running your core infrastructure, securing it as you focus on making what you do best, doing what you do best. So that is what is that about us.
Today, businesses are adopting AI in a very funny way. Yeah? A business person will just wake up today and write a proposal using AI. A salesperson will analyze customers with AI. Yeah, HR is using AI. Everyone basically, even the secretary is using AI to write emails. Yeah, but now data is scattered everywhere. Yeah, we have an HR, we have a salesperson, we have the marketing team, we have the secretary. Every time they log into the system, somehow they are needed to give some information. So what about when AI requests for business data? Yeah, and each of them gives it. Yeah, so you'll have your company data that is scattered on every AI platform or every AI tool that they use. Do you think that's a risk that we're posing to our businesses?
I don't just think. It's a greatest risk that a business exposes themselves into. I'm glad you've captured it like a technical person or like someone who has really good touch on the risks and the challenges of AI. So that is a governance risk,
Yes.
a very big risk that is, it's actually an impediment in use of AI today. Because what you are doing, for instance, like in a good case where you're saying that the staff are giving, they are putting their data on AI platforms and we don't know.
Yes.
What happens to that business? For instance, if I put my price list, if my employees put price list on the AI platform without authorization, I don't know whether they've put. What happens if that same price list goes to my competitor? And we've seen this happening. It's
Yeah, it's happening everywhere, I
it's
think.
not like it's far-fetched. It's there. Because you go to the AI platforms today and you want to check the price of a commodity, you'll definitely see the price of your competitors somewhere there.
Yes.
How did that data get there? It's just by that leakage that you're talking about.
Oh.
Yes, because AI is as good as the data that is given, and AI actually gets data from the internet, and it's trained by the data that you give it.
Okay.
So what you're doing, what your employees are doing at that time is that they are training that model, they are giving it data. And that data can be used by the competitors. So you see you're at loss as well because your competitor is not able to know the price and they can be able to compete with you at that level, knowing the price that is in the market and all that.
Okay. Besides that, the sharing of the data now to give competitors your leeway or your information, yeah? Do you think we're also feeding cyber criminals with very, very important information from a business?
100%. One of the challenges that comes out of that, and I'm glad you are very good, you have the details at the fingertips. I really appreciate that. Not so many
Thanks.
people, you're talking like a techie, which I really appreciate. Apart from that, there is the issue of data protection. And you know about that. In Kenya, we are a bit at the forefront of it. We have the Kenya Data Protection Act. In Europe, we have GDPR, which actually governs data protection. So what you're doing, anytime that you're when an employee posts customer data on AI platforms, they're at risk of being fined.
They are.
Yes,
How?
yes, it's by the Data Protection Act. You're exposing your customer details that you shouldn't on AI platform. So that's a risk on its own because you see now you're exposing the organization to a fine of up to actually 5 million.
Let's talk about
Yes,
this now.
yes,
Let's break it down even further. Because let's say you have clients that you work for,
yes,
right?
yes,
And now one of your employees is working on a certain project. And now this employee has been given data from a certain company so that maybe they can analyze, they can maybe check if maybe they're at a risk of cybersecurity. Now this employee decides, I'm going to upload all this information to maybe an app somewhere and tell them to analyze it for me instead of me doing it myself. Yeah? Does that pose a risk to you as the person who is doing that work? Can you be fined
of
for
course,
that?
of course.
Really?
Yes, you're the one who has exposed the data.
Do our people know that?
Exactly, and that's the point of us of organization involving expert or involving people who have the technical know-how and people who know about data protection laws and all that as they adapt to AI. That is why it's important to do that because very many businesses are not aware of this. They are not aware of data protection law. They are not aware of risks that they put themselves into when they are using AI tools, and that is a potential risk, a great risk that you're exposing your business to, you're exposing yourself to, you're exposing your employees to. Yes.
So this is a two-way. Hey, now,
Yes.
look at that camera and
Yes.
advise somebody, a company
Yes.
somewhere that is doing some services and they upload, because I know there are so many of them,
Yes.
they do not even know if there is any risk.
Yes.
That's number one.
Yes.
Even their clients do not know if their data is at risk or not.
100%.
Yeah, they say maybe we're doing this. If AI can do it better, then what? So now advise somebody. Tell them there is a risk because they do not know.
Yes, one of the things that organizations should consider, among a couple of them, the first thing is to put in AI policy that guides your staff, your company, on what should be put in AI tools and what should not, and who is accountable in case anything gets wrong. That's number one. There is no two way about it. If you don't do it, you are at risk. You're exposing yourself. You're exposing your staff. You're putting your business at risk as well in terms of competitions and all that. Number two, the other thing to do is I've talked about having an IT policy. The other thing to do is to make sure that you know which tools are being used in your business. Okay. Yeah, which AI tools. So that's what to avoid what we technically call shadow AI. You don't want your employees to go all over all the tools. You have to identify the tools that you're using. You are able to know what these tools are able to do and what data is being put there. Yes. So those are two key elements that you have to define from the very beginning. One, you need to have an AI policy that defines what data is being put there and what are the parameters basically, and who is responsible and what tools are being used in the organization, because you can't have everyone doing everything. I mean, there has to be that corporate governance, just like we have corporate governance in terms of who does this, what are the roles of this person and all that. Yes. So that's a very, very bare minimum that our organization should have, among other things that we are going to discuss as we proceed. I believe those questions must come up along the way. Yes.
Okay, I know someone somewhere watching this is wondering. I use ChatGPT, I use Copilot, I use Gemini, I use Odo, I use all these apps, yeah? ERP apps, yeah, chatbots. Have I adopted artificial intelligence?
Wow.
In your view, have I?
I will look at it this way. Yes, they have. Because if you go to any typical organization in Nairobi, in any major city in Africa today, and you ask them whether they are using AI, you'll get very many answers. Yes, the usage is very high.
I did that.
Yes, so we are at 70% in Africa. Globally, the global average is 54%. So we are ahead of the rest in terms of usage. So in terms of adoption, yes, people are using AI. So they are using it. The question should be: are the businesses benefit from it? Are they ready for that? Are they utilizing it in the best way that they should? Are they using the best practices to adopt that AI? I think that should be the question, not whether they are using, because we know they are using. We have the majority, just like I've mentioned. We have 64%, and that's the highest in the global stage.
Because the day I went to the street and I was asking people if they think AI is killing jobs or is creating jobs.
Yes.
And why? People are using AI, but they're using ChatGPT.
Yes.
Most of them know ChatGPT. Which one are you using? ChatGPT. Which one do you know? ChatGPT. I write music with ChatGPT. I do posters with. Very few of them knew other maybe chatbots that it can do. But one of them told me he can't even feel lonely. Yes. Why? Because there's ChatGPT there that he can just talk to, and it will comfort him. Whenever he feels like asking anything, he can ask ChatGPT. Well, I don't know if we are doing it right.
Yes.
But that's very, very interesting. So I think from what we've had here, one thing that is very key and that everyone should take home is, if we adopt artificial intelligence without the right policy, we are not just adopting AI, we are posing more risk to the business itself.
Yes. There are other considerations that we will also talk about that needs to be considered as a business is adopting to AI, as they are making themselves ready. So risk is the first, yes, and there are a couple of others. That's governance. You've talked about governance. There are a couple of others, like, of course, the data foundation.
Because I think in the country, let's say basically in Africa, let's talk about the whole of Africa, we have a lot of infrastructural challenges, yeah? The issue of cloud, there's so many issues that we really need to get straight, because even most of what you're using is not from Africa, is not trained in with African data. It's trained with the Western data, but we're using it so well. Yeah. But now Africa has its languages. We have our culture. We have a lot. We have our foods. We don't eat what they eat. I'm not saying it's bad. It's good, but we have our culture. We have our ways, our traditions. We also need AI tools that we're using at least to recognize that. Yeah. So if we're talking about AI adoption in Africa, where do you think we should start?
Where we should start, I think.
Knowing we have all these challenges.
Yes, I think what is coming to light now, and you are igniting some light bulb in my mind, and also you're guiding the way in a very interesting way. What is coming out from this conversation is that like where we should start as Africans,
Yes.
but you've already started. That's the problem. And the biggest problem I find in that personally is we Africans end up being the end users. We've not created the technology, just like you've talked about that. You've really pointed out very well. You've not created the technology. We've gotten it from somewhere else. But do you find the irony of it, that we are actually the greatest users
Of it.
of it? Yes. Yeah. So we are at 64%. The global average is 54%.
Yes.
So are we just the users of technology? And look at it also in terms of not only AI, even social media. If you look at the figures, even them, they are shocking. We are more of users of social media than the other
continent, yes,
other markets. So you're surprised. You'll be surprised with that. Now, what you've also mentioned is of great interest, because what I just wanted to bring that context of us being the end users, of us being like a dumping site or something like that. We just use things that are created everywhere. What AI does, which you've mentioned, is trained in other markets. It's trained in other regions. So it's not able to get the local context. AI is trained by human beings in other markets, in other languages that are not African,
Yes, yes.
that lack the local culture. So what happens is that it brings the same bias that was there before now to technology. So you remember we Africans, we talked about colonialization, we talked about racism, we talked about we talked about these culture things, and we were, like we always say, we were the weaker brothers, and everyone else looking down to us. Same biases are very evident in technology.
We are treated like we came to consume
Yes.
what everyone else has created.
Correct. That's the word I was looking for. I'm not as good in getting the right words like you.
No,
So we are
yeah.
just consumers of this technology, and it's bringing back the same colonial mindset
Yes.
that was there before, because it doesn't bring it physically. It brings it in a soft way, because it brings the same bias. How does that work out? For instance, if it's in terms of, remember, it's trained in a different market. If AI is trained in different markets, when it starts to do credit scoring, how do you think it will treat an African person? It will give them poor rating.
Yeah, of
All right?
course.
Yes. Away, because it knows an African man is a defaulter, loan defaulter. So it will give them a different score, not the one that is actually the right score for them. So it brings out those biases. It brings out disformation, things that are really life in AI as we consume it now.
And I think that's also where we are having issues.
Yes.
Because if you look at the current data, we have so many people who are founders of tech solutions. Yeah. And now even Africans, we also have a mindset of our own. Like we will support somebody from the Western world, living our very own here. Like, I don't know, is it that we believe they can do better than us or what? I don't know. But there is that. So you find someone has created a chatbot. I'm here to bring them here. Or someone has created something that resembles ChatGPT. but there's no support whatsoever, no funding. People will not use it. Yeah, people do not even care about what they do. Like Africans do not care about what that person does. Now I'm asking, what can you tell Africans, fellow Africans? Because now this is a disaster. We're being fed with something from outside when we have our very own. Advise somebody.
In terms of technology, I think it's pretty different in terms of us creating solutions. It's pretty different. When it comes to AI, I would look at it this way: AI is bringing the same challenges that we had even with our global economics, where we say the rich continue being rich, the poor becoming poorer.
Yes, poorer.
Why? It's because of the capital investment needed to create those AI systems. They need huge capital outlay for you to create an AI system.
Yes.
So that's one of the biggest challenges Africans are facing today, because you'll not be able to spin up those kind of GPUs in the local market.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, you need high capital investment.
Good funding.
So it brings up the same challenges that we had, that we are trying to level, and saying that let's create a society where is sort of leveled, an egalitarian society, sort of. Yeah. So it brings the same challenges. What I can tell an African person consuming African solution that are AI driven about technology. Technology is one interesting thing that levels things out, because a developer in Africa and a developer in Europe, they are the same, because the standards are being used are the same. It's the benchmarks are the same.
Yes.
You either deliver or you're not delivering. So an African developing a solution here in Africa is just the same as the other one in Asia, in other markets. It's only that now we need to find a way of pulling resources together.
Yes.
Instead of, one of the other challenges I've found with the African market is people want to create their own solutions left, right, and center without, you are better off creating a solution here, creating a solution there, the other one creating a solution there. And instead of us coming together and creating one solution that can actually sell. And you see that problem coming out even in the way we do businesses. Instead of us pooling resources together and opening a supermarket, everyone wants to open a tuck shop, a duka somewhere, because
I'll be selling something. It's a business after all.
Yes, exactly, because you are afraid maybe your brother will steal from you, this person will steal from you. Instead of us building one company, you go to one company, you're a techie, you just want to leave and start your own company without just building that company. That's where the other markets really get it right with their solutions. And they are able to build some very powerful solutions because of that, but because of just pulling resources together, because of those dynamics. So when you are alone, you can't go far. But when you're two, you're able to get thus far, I would say,
One thing, when you develop an AI tool, it becomes smarter as time goes by. For example, you've developed an AI tool I'm using, she's using, someone else is using. We feed it information. Now it becomes smarter. If you look at the ChatGPT we're having now, is not the one that we had like 2-3 years ago. If you look at Gemini, it's not what we had back then. It's becoming smarter. Do you think African value their data or know the value of their data?
Let me look at it this way. Africans have what I call Esau mentality. You remember the story in the Bible of Jacob and Esau, where Esau gives his piece of land to Jacob, and we all think that Jacob was just shrewd and fair and doing not the right thing. That's how Africans sometimes behave, because just even look at how we handle our minerals. We just take them from the ground and we just give them out. We don't
Yeah,
we don't
process
do
them
value
locally, yeah.
addition. We don't process them. Everything that an African does, it does in a hurry. That becomes a problem because we don't sit down, form, and plan and
See
look
the
at the
bigger
future.
picture.
Yes, we just want to now the instant things. We just sort of short-sighted. It's something that we'll grow out of with time. But I think it's the same problem that we're having with technology. We have this data, but we are not planning for it. Just like I talked about the foundations for data, the foundations for AI. AI is as good as the data is relied on. So we can't give all the data. We had these challenges with, we are in this country, and we had, remember some few months ago, we had a problem with Ebola facilities. And we talked about this, and people went to demonstrate about it, that we are giving our health data outside. And it's a problem that we have as an Africans. We don't, even if we value, we are short-sighted to actually wait or plan and really be able to reap benefits from our own data. So that's how I look at it. The other answer I have to the question, I think you asked something about us being the AI models becoming smarter.
Yes.
Now, what happens with AI? And this one also will come up as we continue this conversation. Is in terms of the skills. That's why you need to keep on skilling your people, because AI capabilities improve like every now and then. Every month you have new capabilities. ChatGPT, as you rightly noted, started at, I think there was version this. Now it's like within 1 year it's like 5 versions down the line. Claude, the same. Gemini, the same. They continue upgrading the models to be able to have more capabilities every now and then. So that's one thing. The other thing with smartness also, it's a very interesting thing that you brought up. I don't know whether you did it deliberately, but in terms of AI becoming smarter than us, that's the biggest challenge, one of the biggest challenges we have with AI. Because even, this is very interesting, even the people that are creating those AI systems, sometimes AI makes decisions that you cannot even explain.
Yes, very
That
true.
becomes one of the biggest problems. So it becomes one of the biggest problems. So yeah, so they become smarter.
Is it a problem, really?
No, it's a very big problem, because if you can't control something, you are a good, anything that you create and you can't control, that's a problem. You need to be able to control what you create, because otherwise it will overrun yourself. Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, so that's one of the biggest challenge with AI. Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, now I'm going to ask you this from a cybersecurity expert, yeah, that you are.
Yes.
And with it as a service that you offer at
Yes,
Magtech
correct.
Solutions.
100%, yes.
Today, a client has given me a spreadsheet. Yeah, that spreadsheet contains names of people, contains their contact numbers, contains their location, contains what they do, maybe their net worth and all that. And I decide, instead of doing this, AI will do it for me. Yeah, I upload that one to an AI tool and tell it and give it instruction. I want it to do X, Y, Z. Yeah, we're still doing this now, and maybe I want it to analyze something in an African context, for example. This data that I've given it, it's local data, completely local data. Like for
That's
my
a client who has
employees,
given you.
That's a client who's given me.
Yeah, that data.
Now,
Right.
from a cybersecurity expert point of view, what have I done? What just happened?
That one, you've actually done something illegal.
Something illegal, as you
It is
explained
only
before.
legal if you have that AI tool that you're using, it's paid for. There's a difference between publicly available AI and the one that is paid for. One that you've paid for, it resides in your environment. It picks data from the environment. It doesn't post data out of the environment.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Now, that's what I wanted.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
this one you're going to explain it well, because
Yes.
I'm very sure people do not know.
Yes.
Let's say now I use an unpaid model.
Yes.
Yeah? And I upload that data.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Now, what I want to put very clear, and for someone watching, and it's something that we lose it's there in our day-to-day lives, but it's something that we don't apply even at our workplaces or even with technology, especially in internet technology and anything that is cyber. And that's why you have so many cybersecurity issues. There is no free lunches in the world. Nothing is for free in the world. I don't know if you know that.
There is free
Yes.
ChatGPT, there is
Yes.
free Gemini, there is how are you saying there is no free?
Anything that you get in this world that is free, it has a tag to it. If someone buys you lunch,
hell
there is a tag to it. All right. I can't just give you. If I give you free gifts, that means I want something from you. I want
Yes.
you to come back and buy my product later. If I'm giving you something free, I give you a pen for free, something for free, a notebook for free.
it.
I'm tying you to my product. There's something that I want. Same thing with technology. If I'm giving you something free, there's something that I need to get back from
In
you
return,
because I've
yes.
invested. It takes a lot of money to develop these tools. It takes a lot of money to even develop a platform like Facebook. So if someone is giving you that platform for free, there's something they are getting from you. Probably it's data, whatever it's getting. Mostly, if it's in the cyber arena, it's data that they want from you. If anything that you're getting is free, it's data they want from you. There's something, they're picking your details, right? And these details they want to sell to
God, and I
some other
started
third
using a
party.
free one.
All right? Yeah.
Now, this list that I've
Yes.
uploaded to
Yes.
a free model is a risk. But the one that I've uploaded to the other paid model
Yes.
is safe.
It's very safe. It's very safe. It's meant to learn from your environment. It's kept in your environment. That's what there's actually some places where you go to the settings and you tell it, train the model in my environment. Yes. So that's
How
the
do we
whole
know?
that's
How
the
do
whole
we know
difference.
which one does that and which one does not?
Actually, when you pay, that know you're safe at that level from that point. Then you can go now to the settings and change a couple of things to cater for your different needs, your privacy. You can tell the model, I don't want my data out. I don't want these things. You can specify a couple of perimeters. They are there. That's what they are required to do by law. They are supposed to give you those. They are supposed to be. Yeah.
I understand.
Yes.
Guys, if you're using a free model, free ChatGPT, free
Yes,
Copilot,
yes.
Well, I
You're
didn't see that
basically you put yourself at
coming.
that. Yes.
Okay, there's this scenario. The CEO was traveling, yeah, and and the finance team gets a WhatsApp message, yeah, from the CEO that send this amount of money to supplier X. First, they need to deliver some things. Okay, the CEO has sent that voice note. It's from the CEO's number to the finance team. And then the finance team will effect it. This voice belongs to the CEO, but literally it's not the CEO who sent it. What does that mean?
Yeah, 100%. I'm glad that that you've picked that one very well. It's one of the risks and one of the risks of AI, because with AI, you're able to. It's a cybersecurity risk actually, basically.
Yeah.
So what happens with AI? It's able to also ape or it can create a large number of phishing attacks based on how human beings relate and all that. So it's able to produce deep fakes. That's what we call deep fakes, like the voice that now it's able to train from your voice and be able to create a message and create deep fakes. What is happening now in cybersecurity platform. Actually, people are, because of that risk of AI being able to develop deep fakes and even text and a lot of things in phishing in phishing scenario. So what is happening now in cybersecurity is that we are now moving from even multi-factor authentication that uses SMS and voice to sort of get rid of now like that attack that the CEO got. So now we have something else called passkeys. So we've evolved from
Passkeys.
yes, we've evolved from voice and
SMS.
SMS as things
And
that
even
you can use.
fingerprint,
Yes,
maybe.
and fingerprint there you can use it, but we are basically evolving from voice and SMS because of now that ability of AI to create very deep fakes, quite akin to what your voice can do,
Because
and they
the
can be
voice
able to
is
overrun.
similar.
Yes.
Everything is similar. The base, everything.
Yes,
Huh?
yes, yes.
And the number also is similar.
Yes, that is Emily. I send a message and it's approved and I get money and I'm happy. I'm comfortable. I will not work for it.
Wait a
A crook
minute.
is a crook, you know.
So what should a business do?
Oh, of course, is one of the things that I actually advise businesses is always to be ahead of the attackers.
Yes.
And how do you get ahead of attackers? How do you get yourself covered in terms of cybersecurity? Is being able to get the services of a consultant like us. Now I can market myself. So, right?
Do it.
Yeah. So it's getting the services of consultants like us who are quite abreast about what is happening in the cybersecurity space, and AI space. So we know what kind of technologies are there. We know what cyber security issues are alive, what is coming up. So that's how businesses can protect themselves, and actually just being alert and just being aware. I see there's something I saw in social media the other day is that there was something they were saying the alerts, the antennas are very high nowadays in terms of when people are crossing is it the footbridges?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so
The
it's
road
being,
near
because
the
the police are
footbridge.
just all over the place.
Yes.
So you just need to be alert and just be aware. Just keep yourself informed. So because these are issues that are coming up as technology improves every day, so are threats improving every day. So that's the biggest challenge that we have with cybersecurity. We have to be kept on toes every time because, AI has its own opportunities and threats also surface as well. So an issue like that should be catered off by the issue of passkeys that really protect us from phishing. Yeah.
Actually, we were trying to sign into something.
Yes.
And it requested for passkey.
For passkeys, yes.
And we
you thought
ignored.
it's a physical passkey.
ignored.
Yeah, you ignored.
Now I know.
Yeah, maybe
Thank
I can say I can probably put a quick note on what passkey is. A passkey is something like I think about it this way. It's you have a padlock to the door. And it's only you as a key, no one else.
Yes.
All right? So that key resides in your phone. That's what a passkey is. So no one else can come in the middle and say, I have the key, because that key resides in your phone.
Yes.
Yeah. Apart from the time when you could use the SMS or the voice that man can come in the middle or someone can use phishing. So that's what a passkey is. You're the only one who has the key, and that key is in your phone. No one else can. As for now, it's the safest way of securing your digital assets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where we were? When we go.
Yes.
Grace high.
Yeah, and just note when you go after this, I'm gonna ask for something as consultation fee.
I know.
Yeah, so
Now, somebody
Yes.
somewhere sitting
Yes.
and is wondering, where does this AI live?
AI.
Yes.
You want to know whether it lives in the bundus, like in the
Yes.
national park. They will
Because
call them bundus or something like that.
I know about clouds, but when
Yes.
everyone else hears, okay, then layman now
Yes.
hears about clouds, thinks of clouds in the sky.
Yes. Great.
Tell us about it now. Where does artificial intelligence live?
You've actually said it yourself. It's only that you could not. You just wanted me to say it.
And it's a techie.
Yes, you just wanted to say. You already have the finer details, but let me say, if you already know where the cloud lives, that's where AI resides as well. It resides in the data centers in one location, different locations, of course. And let me say this: the difference that you'll find between what we used to call mostly cloud, which is still AI, it's the capability, the processing power. Let me call it the processing power, and the massive data that is used by AI. So it's just the capability, because you see before AI we used to talk about CPUs. And by the way, AI was there way back. We've been having AI for the last like 50 years.
Really?
Yes, AI has been around us. It's only that now we have a lot of so many buzzwords that are coming in. And now the difference, the reason why we see AI coming up in a big way and why it's all the rave and all the hyper, it's also because of the capability. Because now we have enormous processing power. We have GPUs.
Yes,
We used to
yes.
talk about CPUs. We have GPUs.
GPUs.
It's mind-boggling what these processors can do.
Someone is
in 1
wondering
second.
what's a GPU?
Yeah, GPU is think about graphical processing unit. What it means in layman terms, it's able to process much faster, and yes, just much faster than a CPU. Maybe look at it in terms of thousands and thousands of more of CPUs. What you can do with your current i7 1,000 times,
Yes.
GPU can be able to handle that.
Very
So
true.
that's enormous processing power, and also the data that is needed to be able to run those, to train the models and all that. They have like billions and billions of parameters, what you call algorithms and all that. So you can imagine the kind of infrastructure you are talking about. So yeah, in a nutshell, AI resides in the cloud. So no difference. It can be in a cloud here in Nairobi, a cloud in Washington. That's a home for AI.
That's where AI
Right.
lives.
Yes, that's where AI lives. And by the
Right.
way, before I cut that on off and say just in the cloud, it can also run in your on-premise environment. It can run even at your home.
How?
Basically, with a computer that has that kind of a processing power. What would limit you is the amount of capital that you need to run it.
Okay,
It's not feasible basically to run it in your home place or in a corporate environment, in your corporate server. It doesn't make much of a business case. You can have a GPU running for instance, your video editing and graphics. You can do that in your whatever, but that's a machine that will cost you onwards from 300,000.
Yes,
So
I
you see the
Even
kind
actually
of
the
money that is
machines
involved.
that we're using to
Yes.
do the editing and
Yes,
everything
yes.
that we're doing actually, we have to have a strong graphic card.
Exactly.
So it's better, I think.
Yes.
Maybe it explains a bit of it.
Yes, that explains actually a lot of it, because they started from there. It's just the same concept that the graphic cards use, that the GPU requires enormous of amount of processing power.
That's great.
Yes,
It's an amazing explanation. Today we're going to get so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And now
Rafi.
I want us to talk about ERP in connection to artificial intelligence, the AI now. When someone needs something to be done somewhere, he always thinks about another app. Yeah, I've been maybe using this ChatGPT. Now I want to use something for the financing team. It's another app, different app altogether. Yeah. Now, what can you advise? Is it that we always need another different app, or okay, our potential is sitting in the ERP? ERP is enterprise resource planning system.
Yeah.
So, do you think the potential is in just one ERP?
Actually, when you started that conversation, if you noticed, my eyes flickered like this. Yes, I was pretty excited, because you touched where most people don't touch.
Yeah.
And if you go back to our conversation, we were talking about what is needed for an organization to be AI ready. One of the things I mentioned is policy. The other thing I mentioned is data.
Yeah,
Data is the foundation of it. How does ERP come in? All right?
Come now, let's talk.
And you talked about many apps being in different places.
Yes.
Now, if you want to exploit or to maximize the use of AI in your organization, the organizations that are able to exploit or to maximize their investment on AI, or to be able to leverage rather on AI, are the organizations that are running systems, an ERP system. not an organization that is running systems here, up here, up here, up here. If one of the ways to find or for a business to discover whether they are AI ready is to ask whether the figures that your marketing person is giving about their sales are the same as the one finance manager is giving, the same one as the salesperson is giving. If they are giving the same figures, you're good. If they are giving different figures, you're not yet ready.
And if you're
it's not good
using
enough.
different...
Yes, that's a problem because AI is good as a foundation because what that means, your data is everywhere. AI needs to speak from one data source, from one connected system, where we call it a clean, structured data. But when you have fragmented data from everywhere, AI doesn't work very well. It doesn't give you the results that you should have. Yeah, so that's how the ERP comes. It's better when an organization has actually a good ERP system. So that's what we talk about AI. AI is good as what the foundations of it. It's what you've done already. Yeah, you cannot start from AI downwards and it works. Yes. That's how I would like to put it.
So basically, almost each business or each company needs an ERP.
Essentially in the world that we are today, every organization needs an ERP. Yeah. You just look at the way we operate. Yeah. How does a marketing work with your sales team? How does your sales team work with the accounting department? You need them to be able to speak the same language. And that's what we talk about when you're talking about the ERP. We are talking about one pane of glass, one source of truth. You're able to see what needs to be seen, and what you see is seen by everyone else. So what an accountant sees about some sales figure is all the marketing, as long as they are permitted, of course, So that's what I'm talking about, yeah. So any organization needs to have an ERP. If you don't have an ERP, create a pathway to having an ERP for your efficiency, for your own productivity, and for your own business to be able to scale as well.
And someone is somewhere wondering, how can I create that ERP? Now I'm asking on behalf of my friend, or
yes.
I'm asking for my friend anyway.
Yes.
How can I possibly start?
Yes.
Now, maybe I do not have one. How can I start?
I will again market myself.
Do it.
Magtech has a ready-made ERP for most needs of a small business size company. We have a ready-made ERP for you that caters for your purchasing department, for your sales department, for your account department. It caters for all this, for your inventory, stores management. Now, if it's a company that has special requirement, we also have ERPs that can scale to every need of a customer, from a medium-sized company to an enterprise company. We have that. Still, we can custom make. If you have very special requirements, we have customers, every business has their unique requirements. They have their unique way of doing business, unique processes. We still custom make solutions for businesses that are AI ready. Okay. That you can use AI. You can plug in your Copilot there, and it does your analysis. You can plug in your cloud. Yeah. So we do these solutions for people. So they shouldn't look far. So we have African minds that are developing solutions for them with an African mindset and African price and the local context as well. Yes.
Oh, great. You're winding up.
Yes.
Let me ask you now. If today you have unlimited resources, every single thing is unlimited, let's say, and you feel there is something that you can start and that you feel has the potential in this country and in Africa, what would that thing be? Dream on.
Hey, you're making me dream, but you're making me dream on a very short notice. So I'm not able to have a coherent dream. So I might hallucinate, like AI hallucinates. If I have resources, one of the things that I would want to do is put up a data center. a cloud, a local cloud. We already have that as Magtech. We have a local cloud presence, but we are limited of capital. We are limited of resources, just like you're saying. Why would I want to do that? That's the question. Why would I dream of something like that? Because look at what are businesses looking for today, and what are the regulations? What are the government's requirements? What are the compliance requirements? We have compliance like we need business are required to like the in the financial sector. They are required to hold their data, their customers' data locally. If I have a cloud data center,
Yeah.
I can be able to plug in my customers there.
Very, very
I can be
fast.
able to do my AI solutions. Now I can be able to spin up my own models. We can create our own models that have in local languages like Kiswahili, and beautifully in my mother language in Kimeru. So then I can have my Njori Cheke looking for counsel there, and in Kimeru, and delivering their verdicts in Kimeru. That will be very exciting.
Very,
Yeah,
very,
all right.
very
Yeah,
exciting.
and I can have some Meru farmer probably asking issues about Mera on my AI, and it doesn't have bias. It won't say this is a drug, because you see now ChatGPT might say Mera is a drug.
Yes.
But
Actually says that.
if I do my local model, my model,
You tell it it's
I tell
not.
it's not a drug. This is anyway. It makes business sense for me to put up something like here locally. And if you asked if I had resources, that is the first thing that I would want to do. And also because it will create opportunities for local young people. And I have a lot of love for young people.
Yeah.
Because we have so many skilled young people that are jobless.
Yeah, very
And
true.
we need to get jobs for these people. We need to create opportunities. So if you give me the resources, you can be sure they will turn out, they will help so many people.
The dreams are
As you
valid.
can
The
see.
dream
Yeah.
the dream is valid. I think that's all we have
Yes,
today. That's all we can be able to tackle.
Yes.
Do you think there's something you would want to tell someone out there
About AI?
about artificial intelligence and
Yes.
AI readiness?
Yes. I think three things, because someone may be asking, if I'm a business person, how do I know I'm AI ready, or how can I get AI ready?
And I do not have millions.
Yes, and I don't have millions.
Yes.
And by the way, getting to AI or being able to leverage on AI is not about money as much in the beginning. Apart from big companies that want to scale, it's about four things. It's about skills, it's about leadership, it's about governance. We've talked about governance.
Yes, we
We've
have.
talked about skills, governance, and leadership, basically that. And so if a business wants to know how they can get AI ready, one of the first questions they should ask themselves is not which AI tools can I use. It's what problem do I want to solve in AI.
Yes.
That's the first way to start. The next thing to ask yourself is, where is your data? All right? Where is your data? Where is your data? This is a very, very foundation for that. Number three is, which data do you want to put in AI? And
Yes.
which data don't you want to put in AI? So those are questions that any business person should ask first, and who can own the process, of course, because we need leadership. All right. So these are questions that I believe every business person should be asking themselves if they really want to adapt to AI, because this is the way to go. We definitely cannot ignore it.
Yes, you
Yeah. So
can't.
these are very pertinent questions that one should ask themselves.
So AI is everywhere.
Great. Yes.
So I think no matter how much we try to evade,
Yes.
no matter how much we try to run from it, it's
Yes.
with us. It's
Oh,
catching up with us so very fast.
Yes. They say there is a saying. They say is something that the time has come. You cannot you cannot ignore it.
You
Yes.
cannot ignore a
Yes.
vision that whose time has already.
Yeah, exactly. Which time has already come.
Well.
The other thing that I would want to say in regards to that, I would love to to quote a verse, because a lot of times people ask, how can I use AI, or why are other people taking advantage of AI, and we're not taking advantage, or we are not benefiting from AI. I think I would want to sum up with a Bible verse, and you'll pay me some some offering for this, because
We will.
yeah. So I would like to quote a Bible verse for someone listening out there, and
Please do.
and you'll tell me the verse which it is, but because it says it's from King Solomon. I have seen something else under the sun. The race is not to the swift,
Yes.
or the battles to the strong, nor does food come to the wise, or the wealth to the brilliant, or favor to the learned. But time and chance happen to all. Ecclesiastes 9:11. So the reason why I've quoted that is because it's essentially the same thing that we are seeing with AI. AI is happening to everyone. So this chance is for everyone. Time and chance is there. This is a time for AI. The chance is there for us to exploit AI. What are you doing with that opportunity that has been given to us? So you need to exploit it. So it's up to every one of us to seize the opportunity.
Right.
Yes. All right.
And no matter how much we may feel like there are so many disadvantages of artificial intelligence, there are so many advantages as well. Yeah, this is what we've been able to cover today. Yeah, and we'll be bringing more, especially from Mr. Murithi Magiri. He's very resourceful. He's very, very resourceful. Actually, if you've not watched the other episodes that we have done with him, you need to go to our website and check him out. Also, check the innovation that he has done about cybersecurity and is it cybersecurity and ERP
Yes,
solutions,
basically,
yeah?
yes.
So, apart from that, my name is Emily Kananu. I was your host, and this has been the EmilTech Show. We believe that Africa is coding the future, and if Africa is coding the future, we tell African stories authentically. Thank you.
Thank you very much.